Welcome everybody. I have a little bit of a different setup today. It's not very practical for me, but I thought I'd give it a try because you have that good aerial view of the read. Let's go ahead first and take that deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to everybody. I've been getting Sirius has been coming up a lot, and today I'd watched Cryon this morning, and there was a call in the video of Cryons. It wasn't today's video for Cryon. It was had 660, gorgeous 60 on it, I think. But it was talking about sending our energies to Sirius, the country, and that Iran would be the next to go through this. So let's go ahead and send a lot of love out to Sirius, or Syria rather. But that's why Sirius has been coming up so much. Okay, so today is the 3rd of May, 2021. I have the 4D5D60 union read as well as the regular twin flame read for the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, which is a 7-deck read. If you want something more personalized, my information is below on my website, twinflames3344.com. And it's Monday today here anyway. And the energies yesterday were the 2 of the High Priestess and the 12 of the Hanging Man. Seeing a new perspective. Okay, the Hanging Man and the High Priestess is very powerful. You know, seeing things in a different way than everyone else, and at the same time being psychic and somewhat secretive, keeping things to yourself, being in your knowing. So, did I even take my? I don't have the pictures on my phone, but I can show them to you on their iPad. All right, so here is this is the, I can show you, this is as close as I can get right now the way this is set up. Anyway, but this is the union read, so you should be able to see it pretty clearly there. Yeah, I don't know if this setup's going to work because I can't do the screen from the other way. But this is the union read, and then here is the twin flame read. Okay, and then you have the full read of the twin flame right in front of you. And before I get started with everything, I'm going to roll the die to see what comes up for us today. Let's see what comes up for the twin flames. Today, May 3rd, 2021. Okay, we have the number 7, we have Sagittarius energy and Neptune, which is interesting because the Centaurians were coming up for me just before the video as well, which is that Sagittarius energy. So Sagittarius, Neptune, which Neptune's been coming up with Pegasus, and Pegasus is very related to the Centaur, so very much about that horse energy. So both Pegasus and Centaurs coming up, and the number 7, which is that very spiritual, calm before the storm, quiet, peaceful energy, right? The 7 we speak about as the need to be still and connect with your inner self. And when you don't do that and you're stressing out, running around, that's why you end up getting sick or injured, because it's the universe's way of putting you in a calm place to connect with yourself. And Neptune, again, is that very Piscean energy of can be illusion, but that dreaminess, that everything can come true, and being in that perspective. And there's one bee hovering outside my front window right now. They look like little hover planes. Okay, so we have the 4D5D60 read at 1:39 yesterday. 1 is the Magician, 39 is the Knight of Cups. And going into the read with the 6 of Pentacles, the center of the read was the King of Cups, unconditional love. And then the final card was Abundance, which is the Empress. So sharing, settling with the King of Cups and the Empress's open arms. So maybe the Journey song Open Arms coming up. Sharing between unconditional loving man and the Empress with loving open arms to all. The incoming divine feminine, the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Working on practical things, clearing path, and playing with crystal towers. The Knight of Wands, confident, royal, and passionate, with slow burn, with feminine in turbulent waters, wishing upon a dwarf star, the white star, which is Sirius B, seriously aligning energy and then getting things done, leaving time to ground and nature and or meditate here. So again, sending energy out to Syria. The 4D here is the Ace of Wands, Seven of Wands, and the Page of Cups. The divine feminine, passions ignited, heating up Lemurian waters. The divine masculine, Page of Cups, with an open heart wide, with the Page of Cups on both sides. So there could be a young innocent energy on both sides. That could be a child on both sides of the masculine and feminine. Or it can just be that message of love. But it's coming up as the Page of Cups on both sides and go fetch. You know, kind of like a puppy dog too, which the Page of Cups can definitely represent a pet. The nymphs also came up. The female nature spirit, the young girl who's attractive, beautiful, graceful. Also has to do with larvae and butterfly insects, things like that. Bridging with the Seven of Wands drama, rising above drama in the Middle East, so again Syria, rising above the ashes and fires with flame in hand to tango with the fire walker, willing to burn feet to get someone to open up, to heal. The 5D here is the Ace of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. The divine feminine's truth, the Lemurian dolphins, and balls or buoys, which also comes up as boys, emerald and magenta, and perfect clear water. The divine masculine passing downloads, or with two men watching, or guiding the truck or balloon, dumping things off. It's a bird, it's a plane. What is it? The wizard passing orbs, or is it a scam? Bridging with the King of Cups, eyes reflecting on gentle aqua waters, which is the mother love, and unconditional love. The 6D here is the Four of Pentacles, the divine masculine's heart in the Batcave, the Three of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, the divine feminine in the divine masculine's heart, grounded with big crystals in the Batcave, the divine masculine Knight of Swords passing 5D and up messages on a rock under a tree, bridging with beacon or ship of light in the storm. The divine feminine's inspired to present the truth and play ball with the divine masculine's heart in the Batcave. The divine masculine Page of Cups exuding love to the Empress or mother-child moment here. While men unload or take note of the sky, a balloon, basket, and balls, setting a bird free back into the wild at 2:12. And the book Into the Wild, and the setting the bird free was coming up in a movie I saw the other night. 2:12 is the High Priestess and the Hangman again. Isn't that interesting? Because that's the day's date yesterday. High Priestess and Hangman, the time right here, 2:12. High Priestess and Hangman, okay? That very intuitive within energy. And I wrote dream reversed at the top of my page here, which was a message to myself. So dreams, but they could be going south. Maybe having weird dreams or, nightmares type of thing. Or just maybe your dreams are reducing if you tend to remember your dreams a lot. So we have the bridge here of the rising up, the standing tall and standing up for self, floating on hot air, a flame in hand, ready to tango and tangle and be love as the beacon of light, the ship in the light storm, having risen above the shitstorm. The outgoing divine masculine here, and also the name Kathy coming up here. The outgoing divine masculine, the Sun, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups, exposing all, sunshine and happiness. And then here's Pegasus coming up, jumping for joy, and the Centaur didn't come up till this morning. So there's definitely that horse energy coming up of Sagittarius, and flying off to Never Never Land. Okay, so now we have like Peter Pan energy with the Knight of Pentacles, with Grecian proposal to walk away. So now we're getting again with Peter Pan and the pirates, so the Viking and Nordic energies also coming up here. the Knight of Pentacles, so we have Greece and the Nordic energies and Syria all coming up. And there's like a triangle there. The Divine Masculine with Grecian proposal to walk away, following Jesus's footsteps in the sand. Batman, that can be Botman, because Bot came up yesterday. The little drummer boy, which is very much the Middle East energy of the desert. The little drummer boy over the desert mounds, walking over the mounds, to the mother with open arms. A BUN dance, a bun dance, or a butt dance here. But also that has to do with the kidney function. And maybe you're just eating, you know, hot buns or something like that. Any way the bun comes up or the BUN comes up regarding the dance of that. The little drummer boy over the desert mounds to the mother, which also can come up as the masculine coming into the feminine's arms, with open arms, again, the journey, and a BUN dance, a little bit of a butt dance, or dealing with kidney functions here. So somebody might be dealing with passing a stone or having kidney issues. But the 3 knights here, 3 knights, whether it's 3 people, the warriors, or 3 knights, as in day and night, 3 knights and the Page of Cups, could be 1 to 2 pages or twins here. The Page of, notice the 3 knights are all of the knights except for the cups, which then the Page of Cups, which is coming up as the one who's not there yet, not the knight, the more innocent one. Or the water nymphs jumping and playing, following Pegasus's suit. And again, that Peter Pan energy is coming up of Tinkerbell. The Divine Feminine here, and Spirit's connecting with me. Divine Feminine is the Knight of Wands and 2 aces, and the Divine Masculine's heart with the Page of Cups in the Divine Masculine's heart. The Divine Masculine has the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords on his side with the Page of Cups and Mother Load. Okay, and that can be the mother-child energy as well. And then Taurus and Leo on the masculine side. So between them is that King of Cups, that unconditional love right in the center of the read, in the middle of it all, which is really beautiful energy. The number that came up for this read is the 49, which is the Get Your Wish card. So wish granted here. The horizontal pillars came out to 13, 8, and 28, which is the Death card, Strength card, and the Twin Flames, or the 2 of Wands. The horizontal pillars came up as 14, 4, 6, 10, 7, and 8, which is the Temperance, and the 46 would be the 6 of Cups, but the 4 is the Emperor, the 6 is the Lovers. And then the 10 of the Wheel is 7 of the Chariot, and the 8 of the Strength card, or 78, is the 10 of Pentacles, the end of the Tarot, that dream family, or heaven on earth, and getting our wish here. Transition dance of the twin flame path, okay? And again, the abundance came up with the BUN dance as well. And of course, abundance is abundance as well. So whatever this is coming up in a very abundant way because you're getting your wish. The dance of the transition to the twin flame or the twin flame path as the higher love of the 6 of Cups, the 2 children hugging each other, or the Emperor Lovers, the inner and outer children destined to the dream family in heaven on earth. As the Divine Feminine is hugely inspired to send a message of love to the Divine Masculine side. The Divine Feminine with truth just below the surface. The Divine Masculine with risky business, catching 60 messages and passing them down to 4. And this was at 2, 3, 4, shut the door. 2 of the High Priestess, 34 is the 8 of Wands, that energetic exchange back and forth, the arrows of love. And now I was just getting the line from, and I went into a dream. Ah, ah. Okay. And I went into a dream. I'm blanking out on the song, but you can comment on that below if you'd like to. I heard the news today. Oh boy, is that it? Yeah. Today's the 3rd. So 5 and 3 is the Knight of Swords, which is the messenger of truth. But 53 is also the catapult. That sudden, it's like kind of like that tower energy, but it doesn't mean it's something negative. It's just something that moves very quickly. The SIRIAN Starseed deck here for the Twin Flame read here was cut and dealt at 239. That's the 2 of the High Priestess, the 39 of the Knight of Cups. And again, it's the SIRIAN Starseed deck, talking about Syria today. The 244 is the High Priestess, and the 44 of the 4 of Cups, the grounding, integrating, mastering of love. Of Forbes came up, so of Orbs. Or Forbes can be coming up as well, the Forbes 500. So that can always refer to the stock market. But the grounding and integrating and being practical here, but all is about focus on love, not fear. Remember that fear and love are two different categories. If you're not in love, you're in fear. Whenever if someone's just a little frustrated or something like, oh, I'm not in fear. I'm like, yes, anything, frustration, worry, anything like that is fear. It's not love. So remember, even if you're just going into those subtle energies of fear, remember to pull yourself back to 0 point. Fear, when worried about people doing things that may not be good for their health or not be good for their emotional life, you can't control what they do. They have to go through it themselves. And the worst thing you can do is put yourself and them into fear over something. So that's not worth it. Of course, you can give loving advice, but then you need to step back if someone doesn't agree with you. Even if they're doing something that you deem as harming themselves, that's their journey, and that's something that they have to go through. So 245 is the High Priestess, and the 45 of the Five of Cups, which BS was also coming up, right? So that can be BS, not putting up with BS, but also bowel sounds and dealing with your GI tract. In the Five of Wands card that came out in the read, it was focusing all the flames were covered except for the two middle ones who are cozying up together. So the two flames cozying up in the middle of this read amidst the Five of Wands, which can be a storm because there can be conflict there, but it also can just be a game and a lot of activities. It can be acting. It can be the pursuit of happiness and sports and all of that jazz, right? Which came up yesterday. I'm just getting the jazz hands right now. Oh, because the 5 and 5, the shitstorm. Okay. So the twin flames here is the ascension energy and justice. Before that is abundance, and after that was Luna or the moon. Ascension is the world. And then we had 2 swords, 2 wands, 2 pentacles, 3 pentacles and 2 cups. So very well distributed here. A little bit more pentacles, which is the practical energy of day-to-day life and money, of course. We have the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. Before the read was the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, and after the read is the King of Pentacles. So, excuse me, here we go with the 3 kings and the 3 wise men are coming up. And then we have a Queen, a Knight, and a Page. And the Knight and Page are both cups. Queen of Pentacles. So we have numbers in the read. Triple tens, very high vibration. Keep it very high. The double ones of justice, the double fives of Excalibur, the truth, the Ace of Swords. And again, that very high vibration with triple tens and double ones. This is very much the shift into the new cycle, being out of the old. We're very much in the change, but more in the function of the new beginning here. And the little drummer boy is coming up again. Right? The three kings, like his 3 friends, and maybe 3 friends, I forget. The lamb and the camel. Or the sheep, was there a third one? I can't remember. Anyway, Joshua was coming up with that the other day from my son and I. So there's definitely energies about the animals with the little drummer boy. The 3 kings are coming up around them, the innocence of the 3 of the kings. The code line here coming up as perseverance and manifestation all around the number 24, which is the Queen of Wands, and also the Omega. For me, that's like the end of karma on a community level. And that was coming up from 10, 5, 7, and 2. We also had number 2 was very significant, the High Priestess, which already was the date yesterday. The number 7, which is the Chariot. The 9, 10, begin again and again and again, which is always coming back to 0 point after you expand, the grounding and integrating. We also have 25 of the Knight of Wands, 57 of the 3 of Swords, 79 of the Pot of Gold at the end of the rainbow. And 15 of the Devil card, the 5, 10, 0 behind the 51 of the King of Swords, so source energy backing up the King of Swords. We have the 12 of the Hangman, the 56 of the 2 of Swords, the 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, and those are the numbers we have for here, so quite a bit. And then, of course, the code line, perseverance and manifestation, which were broken up into Percy and Errants, or ER ants, and that can be fire ants as well. So I know if someone's dealing with fire ants. And it's so funny because I had such the opposite experience. I have my 2 ants are in the house right now, and they were just being kind of lazy today, and I was just having little chats with them on the counter because they just seem kind of like dreamy and just hanging out, not worried about me. But here that fire ant energy with the ER ants comes up, but that can be an emergency with your aunt as well, or maybe someone with a hot temper here. And the purse. And then Percy was coming up from the Green Mile with that. And then manifestation was broken up into manifest and then station. So that comes up here in the interpretation of the code line read as well. So also the word SAD, S-A-A-D, was coming up like mad, like Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. It was coming up as Sophia against after death, because basically she was saying there is no after death. We just transition into another dimension. And again, it's sad, being sad, like being mad, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. And we're talking about death. So it's they're showing you the parallel to mad. Mad with drunk drivers and sad with death. So say, I was just getting, someone might be going to the dentist or the doctor's office, but say AD or a sad after death, the source energy of a high vibration destiny, see the key in the 5. So we talked about the 5. It's in the middle of the read today of the expansion, and it's all in your perspective. Does that need to be conflict for you and fighting or battles? Or can it be playing and acting and sports and the pursuit of happiness, the impossible dream? The 2 twins in the middle cozying up amidst the fray. 5 off, so somebody might be getting a discount as well, 5 off, but also 5 people could be off, reaping 2 suites divided. And this is coming up around travel too, people sharing rooms and things like that. So let's see. So also the essay is coming up again here with the AD or the essay always comes up. So whether the essay is writing or it's an essay of labs. After death, an autopsy here was coming up. So someone might have had a stroke or a TIA, and normally a TIA is a very small stroke, so it's not something we normally die from, especially if you get it seen very quickly. So there may be some question as to cause of death here, which is why an autopsy is being brought up. So autopsy, TIA, also destined to see the key here. We have the number 10 and the number 5 coming up. The 5 being the change, the 5 and the 10 being the very high vibration of the new beginning, which was the numbers in the read today, all about 5s and 1s and 10s. Okay. And the 5 and dime, right, coming up. The change and in the expansion and contracting, right, is there more expansion than contracting being done, which causes the imbalance and then the fighting, obviously. Are you reaping an even distribution here of energies? 2 dividing up a suite, perhaps, dealing with Percy in the Green Mile or the purse strings regarding money. Manif is coming up here as the man, if wanderlust, equally spaced points on a path. Perhaps the 4th and 6th days, broadcast and harbor are all coming up. So if you're traveling, there may be something significant coming up regarding the 4th and 6th days, or perhaps you're going near a harbor or broadcasting, spacing out where you're going to stop on your path so that it can be travel or something else. You could literally be drawing this out. Again, the sad energy, like mad, the Sophia against advertisements and deaths, because she's saying they're both lies. The source is to breathe. All their jurisdiction, it's all God's jurisdiction, to eat, to ingest, to attach, to tie up, to bind and fasten. So both sides are all God, source energy. Destined or 10, destiny or the high vibration, those who see the key, or seeking 5, which can be the expansion and freedom, or 5 off 7, which then is the 2, being even. Of crystals or cry stalls. Remember, crystals can coming up as the Christ energy of the need to cry and purge. The 2 divine co-creations, sweet or in sweet or en suite, or pulling into the station with wanderlust, persevering in manifestation. Also a promise, a seed, a vow, a pledge, word coming up. Thanks in advance for for a house, an ant, like thanking someone, thanking them or thanking them for something, a house, an ant, or maybe you're thanking the house. You're thanking the ant, the stomach, the umbilical cord, the deer to bring to bear. So the deer and the bear coming up, and the bear just came up for the first time really yesterday. The number 10 of destiny and the high vibration, a beam or ray or a jet coming up here to put to place the 10 of the high vibration and the destiny, seeing the key of the 5, the expansion, the freedom and change of expanding and contracting, a promise to be even and fair when reaping rewards, especially of the divine feminine's heart. 2 stars or binary stars or prima donnas not here, or, the attitude of just not showing up because they just don't feel like it. Expanding the wanderlust of plays, to stop, purse and spread the wealth. Expanding the wanderlust of plays, not conflict, but plays, to stop and pause or purse and spread the wealth. So the summer was also coming up here, poems, impediments, boy, nut, to spread out, extend, to cover, flat surface, peanuts, clitoris, rain, money, bird, paternal aunt, wife, uncle, mother-in-law, sister of mother-in-law, sperm, egg, cell, and sweet cane also coming up, as well as iron, religion, faith, fairy, fae, confidence, belief, water, livestock, cattle, fool, blockhead, and of course that's Charlie Brown, farm animal, riches, wealth, property, and word, source, to breathe, and seek expansion and freedom in the changes of family worthiness, and 2 divinely co-creating a sweet manifestation, okay, whether that's sweet as in sugar or sweet as in a place to stay. Okay, so the King of Swords was upright in this underlying energy here, right? So we have the underlying energy here. Oh, it's being the opposite of what it is. All right, so wait, where am I? No, it's not. Okay, so the underlying energy here is that King of Swords right here. Below that King of Swords upright is the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Ace of Swords reversed, the Knight of Cups upright, Abundance upright, and the 10 of Pentacles upright. The Queen of Pentacles, there's some stress that's coming up here too. Obviously there's a few people here. So the Queen of Pentacles is reversed, and she could be lying or going through a split or just seeking the truth or clarity, with the Knight of Cups offering love to the Empress and the 10 of Pentacles family, business, or community. And obviously the Empress could be the matriarch of that family, business, or community. Or the Queen of Pentacles reversed is nervous in the green room with the wave about to come in, the abundance of the Mother Nature. So again, the wave coming in, so there could be a tidal wave on its way, or this can represent the waves of the twins. Perhaps another wave is coming in, or the next cycle in us now helping others go through their dark night energies, and the 10 of Pentacles family, business, community, or the world at large, and the King of Swords in his integrity upright at 354, which is the Empress and the Page of Swords, the message. The 10 of Cups reversed, the end of the cycle with release of fears, with drama and sudden events, epiphanies, and the injustice of the Queen of Swords speaking her truth. With the Page of Wands reversed, perhaps telling lies about her, or just frustrated within a split or a need for clarity. Taurus upright, which brings up the Centaur, okay, very Taurian energy there, along with Sagittarius. And Scorpio and Libra. Scorpio and Taurus were upright, Libra reversed here. Uninspired to get to the truth, or align swords, or trying to put her swords, like the cover over the sword, back on. It's like a cover-up, like someone's trying to cover her sword back up so she'll shut up. So feeling guilt or shame, being strong, or about a Leo, ego, child, or pet, taming the beast. And the depression of no love offered, dumped, overwhelmed, purging and healing, releasing anxiety, the hostage, the prisoner, ending the pain to achieve bliss, the bliss state, or stationing into bliss. The 21 swords are coming up here. 21 is completion, the world. falling out, 21 swords, or a 21 swords salute, letting go of fear, pain, and the heartache all at once. No more sleeping outside or camping needed at 404. Finally got a piece of the pie. And that's from Different Strokes. And there's Strokes coming up again. TIA. All right, so 404 could be two emperors, but also could be the emperor and the Page of Cups, his inner child, or his actual child or grandchild, who's very loving. No more sleeping outside or camping needed. And this could be someone needing to separate from someone who's sick and they don't want them to catch anything from them. Or it can be someone who just is going through dark night and can't handle being restricted in any way, so they go outside. But again, finally got a piece of the pie. So it can be feeling that energy, or literally someone finally got a piece of the pie, like they didn't eat it all before I got a piece. The King of Swords finding bliss with the Divine Feminine in 5D. The Emperor reversed reaping rewards of coming together with the world upside down. Daydreaming, that can be the 5D world as well, right? The other perspective of what our world is. The daydreaming of the pumpkin patch. So here's Charlie Brown and Lucy coming up. And Lioness. Whoever resonates with you right at this moment. Once going forward, you'll never go back. The Emperor reversed, perhaps retiring, or feeling that he's not enough or not worth enough money to retire, or socialize, or organizing a neighborhood party or watch, or perhaps organizing a new pool in the neighborhood, or will miss certain things about a neighborhood if they're moving. This could be the one, and beneath that was the children. The children are affecting your love life, so don't let them. That means they're controlling you, and no one should be controlling you. Depressed and standing up to fend off all others. The 10 of Cups reversed, ending to a cycle of unhappiness to get their wish. If you get past a Sagittarius female who needs an attitude adjustment, or someone who drinks or makes potions, but there's a negative intent here. The impatient, so it can be an impatient as well, or someone who's just being impatient, or somebody with a bad temper. Glamping out back with friends, with lantern and fan, while a couple gets their wish, and there could be someone envious here watching someone, or once family has all cleared out and gotten the Sag reversed out of there, they can finally have a peaceful date or go to the park if they won't leave. It's like someone's planning, trying to come together with someone, but there may be a lot of people in the house who are, will interfere, and they definitely don't want them around. So financial discipline coming up, which is 48, the 8 of Cups walking away within, and the happy ending of the 93, which is the reflection of the 39, the Knight of Cups, and being love. So we have no perfect place to go here, or no peaceful place to go, but found a way out with the King of Swords upright in his integrity and his truth, detoxing with the Empress reversed, or helping her detox, she's knowing, but keeping quiet about a divorce or a break from work, establishment, religion, or Taurus, or two Taurus energies in mediation here. Crossing fingers, hope to die, stick a needle in your eye is a curse, right? So all these childhood rhymes that actually are them cursing each other. And that has to do with adrenochrome as well, because the needle in the eye is a very serious thing. So there's a very negative connotation here about that. So it's just bringing up that energy. Make sure next time you want to play around and do something like that, that your words are your intention. So what is the intention behind it? And make sure it's not something negative. Or threatening to cut, somebody might be mad and threatening to cut somebody else's eyes out, maybe not meaning that, but saying it in a very angry way. And again, there are all curses on the other person. Or getting an eye transplant here. 2 Capricorns reversed, perhaps 1 a Pisces and 2 Taurus reverse, and a King of Swords upright at 419, which is the Emperor and the Sun. So it can be a father and son again. A divorce or break of the King of Swords, or the lawyer, or any kind of professional, really. This can be military as well. But the lawyer helping to end the pain, or the military here at 419, which is the Emperor and the Sun, with the upside down world needing to complete the cycle of or with the Divine Feminine in the 5D, losing patience regarding not having walked away, and financial discipline may be the issue there. Taurus reversed, Leo upright, and the military are coming in again with the adrenochrome and the children, There's definitely that energy of the military coming in to rescue the children. Taurus reversed, Leo upright, Scorpio and upright, and Libra reversed, Pisces reversed, Aries reversed, Sag reversed, and Aquarius all reversed. And then Sirius is at the top of the page again. So again, Sirius. So the constellation, but also the energy of being serious about something, or the energy of Syria coming up, and computers related here. The underlying energy for this whole read was the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, the Sovereign and the Mother, so it can be a mother and child. The Queen of Pentacles is coming up as the Peacock, so very well educated and very proud of that. And then the other is the Sovereign, the very independent person. And if you're comparing the two ages, the Sovereign is going to be a younger woman, the Queen of Pentacles an older one, but they're both very much those earth energies, very much in control of their world. So it can be a mother and child, it can be an older or younger woman, and it can be sisters or friends, however you put them together, but they're both very much earth energies. And then going forward after this read was the Scrooge energy of the Empress and the King of Swords, suffering in silence or dealing with a sister, with the Queen of Wands reversed, looking the other way at unhappy family in a split, someone not walking away, and being in very uncomfortable energies, obviously. So the Nine of Cups upright, satisfaction. After death, near-death experience, being dead tired, that the story just won't end, with temptation waving to heal and forgive, the suffering in silence, or sister grounding and integrating a divorce. Spiritually, or in a break from a religion establishment, or Taurus and the King of Pentacles receiving news from the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Wands reversed, with the Queen of Cups upright under the radar. A lover or a best friend here, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, or a sister going, giving emotional support. Dumping a load, a burden, responsibilities, confessing a sudden event, an epiphany, an eruption of twins, or a choice of path. And the Magi, the magician at full power, manifesting a move or travel, or the end of a marriage. The foundation here is ascension reversed, the world upside down, or near its closure of the cycle. The Empress upright and the King of Cups upright, perhaps going on vacation without the Page of Cups reversed, which can be a child who's pissed that they can't go, or going with kids and pets and or Leo, but the Page of Cups can't go or won't go. That could be a pet as well. So the central energy here is the Five of Wands upright, the Five on a quest, and again the Two cozying up in the midst of this, dumping emotional attachments that no longer serve, or the Queen of Cups found the one and went for it under the radar, not wanting attention around it. The Divine Masculine here could be challenged by the Seven of Pentacles upright, which is the Divine Feminine's heart in the E-Tower, with issues at work, on a quest, conflicts or games at night, holding on saving money, or hunkering down and feeling guilty perhaps. The Ten of Pentacles, family, business, legacy, or the world at large, and the King of Wands reversed, falling short in uncomfortable energies, or just not expressing their true feelings. He can also have, bad intentions as the King of Wands reversed, but it just feels like he's in a bad situation. He could be exhausted. And the High Priestess in disconnect or at a distance, not sharing a move, a visit, or their travel plans, so he could be upset about that as well. Or she may be not sharing expenses, recovering from exile of the Queen of Wands reversed, with the Knight of Swords upright, or somebody kicked out, dropping the facade, breaking patterns of people-pleasing perhaps. The Knight of Cups is upright, offering love or condolences to the Queen and King of Swords, both upright here, after a death, or that can be a near-death experience, or just it can be just that energy of the siblings are coming up here, and or soulmates, being impatient or losing patience after a death, or just dead tired with issues at work, offering money to travel or more, pay debt, feeling guilty for an inequity of the situation and unable to correct it at the moment. This could be somebody who owes money and who's confronting it right now and saying, I'm very sorry, I can't do this right now, or someone's feeling very guilty of of having waited so long to correct the imbalance. Now is the King of Pentacles upright, dropping a load and standing up for themselves. The Queen of Wands in energetic exchange, or lots of drama, communication, and travel plans at work, or to come together for a function or a tribute perhaps. Fallen angel and rising above or losing patience and coming out. The King of Pentacles purging or dumped the Queen of Pentacles reversed, who was casually flirting or always with an excuse at 444, which is very angelic energies. At war, the Page of Pentacles reversed, one who never learns their lesson or is in need of help, money or opportunity, or just unable to get something off the ground. At 447, the Emperor and the Seven of Cups, the synchronicities, the options, destined to align, get organized, get their ducks in a row, pushed to the limit with the King of Wands reversed, moving on to hang with the Page of Swords or perhaps play ball. Bedfellows are not talking and distance or at a distance, but close. Risky business here. The King of Wands reversed with sibling perhaps offering to hang out, toss a ball, or see a new perspective. Or mediation with Libra, destined to transmute icky energies between them and think outside the box. So this could be siblings or friends coming together too, who maybe weren't really getting along recently. As I lose my voice, right? They're not talking to each other. Recovering, kiss and make up, or recover on their own in order to find peace, but at least verbalizing about it. Libra upright, Scorpio reversed, Capricorn and Pisces upright, Taurus reversed, Sagittarius here. Someone's workplace may be offering payment for travel to collect what's due from guilty party. Soon here's the Two of Pentacles reversed, dropping the facade, making a choice without crystals or without doing, every little thing for every little step that you take. It's just saying, you have more freedom here. Dropping the facade, making a choice without your crystals. The Six of Cups, sweet, loving souls who are in uncomfortable energies are now surrendering to be love. Offer love to the Fool, upright, who's now free at present, or from the King of Swords, with lots of back and forth, with the Knight of Wands reversed and the Page of Cups reversed about this. So obviously that could be some kids who are not happy about what's going on, or the decisions being made, or there could be mediation between the kids by the King of Swords. The twin flames are seeing themselves as the Ten of Wands reversed, being strong, taming the beast of depression and or arrogance, powerless or dependent on spending, but the worst is now over, with the Magi, and again, the Magi are coming up with the little drummer boy, empowered with the three energies, or the third energy under control. But the three energies are obviously coming up, because that would then be with the Magi, with church and state, because they're all the red coats. That would be the Emperor, the Hierophant, and the Magi. The worst is over with the Magi empowering the third energy under control. I mean, that can be, the Magi can be the fourth one who's mediating all this between the justice system, the Emperor, and the Hierophant, which is church and state. And then satisfied, happy with self, or perhaps there's some arrogance here for sure. Dumping a load, burdens, responsibilities. Leo upright, Aquarius reversed, who are both on the same axis, and then Gemini or Virgo upright here as well. It is safe to love, express your love, and healing family issues come up for the twins. Around the twins or how they're seen is the, I just got really tired all of a sudden and stressed out. So I don't know what someone's experiencing out there, but that just came in. Around the twins or how they're seen is the Page of Cups reversed. And that's feeling rejected, right? That can be someone who's very shy and vulnerable, or spoiled and entitled, throwing a tantrum, or just crying their eyes out. It could be a baby who won't stop crying. Lying, cheating, stealing, or running away from lovers. Affection or Gemini in a bold move to move, travel, or ascend to the twin or choice of path. Sweating a lot right now too. Could be a hit and run here, or just felt that in a rejection. Or the Page of Cups reversed, confronted about a lie, a theft, or cheating scenario, and made a run for it. And while they weren't looking where they were going, they may have got caught by the police or a car that trapped them, or perhaps actually hit them. Or confession about a loss of a loved one. And again, that Page of Cups can be a pet. Or confession about a loss of a loved one, a pet, a child, a sibling, or spouse. Pisces reversed, Gemini and Cancer upright here. And the block being the injustice and needing to swallow their pride or choked. Spoke too soon with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the King of Swords upright here with Libra and Aquarius both reversed. Perseverance, manifestation, and even more so here, personal growth. Here the Dark Priestess or High Priestess with the keys and open book test with hangry magi ready to eat steak, right? Not in a very good mood here. The worst is over, the bliss is in heated exchange or delays in travel, but peaceful here in the end. Sag and Scorpio both reversed may be offering restitution to Cancer or for travel reimbursement that never got covered at 510, which is the Hierophant and a turn for the better with the Destiny card. Blissful travels or a place to go for peace. After a lot of discomfort and heated exchange, finally finding peace and bliss. The worst is over of pain. The Ten of Cups reversed, trying to keep to themselves, finally dealing with the letting go of the unhappiness, trying to keep it to self with the Hermit shedding light, like a night light in the room, to peek in, recovering from exile of the group. The Hermit frustrated or unable to understand the connection between the kids or twins or soul ties and otherwise loving, innocent relationships. The Ten of Pentacles, family, business, community, or world, offering their time, money, and effort to all, or blessing the family with inheritance, an offer of a new life perhaps at 515, the Hierophant and the Devil or the shadow side. The Queen of Pentacles reversed in a split or in needing the truth, offering love or the Knight of Cups is to the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community or world. With the King of Swords not ascending or the world upside down or the cycle that's almost done perhaps with Pisces reversed, or the King of Swords is surgery or transplant from a mother, grandmother, aunt, or boss or child who may have passed. Dumping on the Page of Cups reversed or confessing to them, getting their wish, cozying up with flame, and challenged by the Divine Feminine's heart, and dropping the act into surrendering to innocent love. The Knight of Cups upright, offering love to the Fool with an open heart, free to leap with loyal friend, or freed by a gift. So this could be inheritance, but the inheritance can also be a transplant of someone who passed away, giving somebody else new life. That could be a very bittersweet energy there, but ultimately that other person came in perhaps specifically to give you this gift in the end. So, and Spirit's connecting with me, or freed by a gift from the King of Swords or a parent not expressing their true desires with the Knight of Wands reversed, falling short with the Page of Cups reversed, or both the Knight of Wands reversed and the Page of Cups reversed, or more strict with the boys than the girls. So this could be a family wound. Or Aries free to go with the Knight of Cups and the King of Swords struck or stuck with unhappy kids, right? So someone might be free to go and leave for good or just go on vacation, but then the other person's stuck with the kids who are unhappy about it. An ungrounded mother or sister or Aquarius reversed here. Pisces and Sagittarius also reversed, Sag reversed. The injustice of the King of Pentacles, bliss, with the ending of family unhappiness at the full moon, at night, or Cancer upright, recovering, hermit from exile, unable to understand the Six of Cups type of love, that innocent love, innocent and unconditional. The Ten of Pentacles dream family, offering help here, or wealthy people who are being charitable. The King of Swords getting their wish of a divorce, or break away from a religion, establishment, or Taurus reversed, or the world at large, or Pisces reversed, fighting or toying with the King of Pentacles, with the Queen of Wands defending him. The challenge being reaping rewards of the Divine Feminine's heart, coming back downstairs without the mask, the Page of Cups reversed, and the injustice, now that the worst is over, or they're still saying no fair, that you can get to move or travel or have bliss without the Ten of Cups family, who's coming up as unhappy here, an unhappy cycle that's now so over, with Cancer perhaps, or by the full moon. So somebody could literally be, clear of Cancer here. So at 533, which is the Hierophant and the 33 of the Christ vibration, the Seven of Wands, standing up for themselves or yourself, the Hermit getting one to open up in order to heal and find peace. Two flames of the five cozying up, reviewing Akashic records and challenged by the Divine Feminines, Fort Knox, and the bliss state, ending family unhappiness and helping each other to love more fully. And then at 537, paying it forward, coming up. 5 is the Hierophant, 37, unconditional love. Okay, so we're going to pull a few oracle cards here and see what comes up. Let's see what the spirit animals have to say. Take a deep breath. There's still some stress that's really come up. I'm looking right at the that Sagittarius reversed energy. So, and there's a Pisces reversed right in front of me. All right, for the spirit animals and the twin flames here, what's our takeaway message here for the twin flames? All right, so these two come up. There's a couple more coming out as well. All right, and then the bottom of the deck is the dragon. All right, so I don't know if you can see here. All right, so we have the turtle, okay, who's like shooing away the tiger over here. Okay, and so we have the water energy and the fire energy clashing a bit here, right? The turtle's very slow and in the water and telling the tiger to be patient. I am who I am. I'm going to take my time until I get there. And the tiger's like, what? Why is the turtle standing up for me? I can eat them, right? It's like the turtle's not being intimidated by the tiger. And the tiger is now being willing to be patient and letting them take their time to get there. But they may not give them forever. You know, it is the tiger after all here. They don't change their stripes. But the turtle's also saying, okay, well, whatever. If you need to eat me, then eat me. I'm too tired to fight anyway, so anyway. And they're not even hiding in their shell, right? They're not afraid anymore. The bottom of the deck here is the dragon. Okay. So the eye. And there's very much lizard kind of energy there with the dragon, right? And that's a spirit card. And beneath it we have the hawk. So there's very spiritual energy here in the underlying energy. It's very high vibrational, very dreamy, right? Because we have that dreamy energy coming up here. So then the other energies that came up that wanted to be seen is the Scorpio and the earthworm. So I was getting, remember Syria and SIRIAN came up. Here's Scorpio and Scorpion coming up here. They're paralleling them for some reason. And then the earthworm, you know, who's, you know, keeps to themselves. They're the little guy in this world. They get trampled a lot, right? The scorpion's about to sting the earthworm, and they're trying to protect themselves. They're protecting their light. So we have the earth and the fire here. And the scorpion's stingers are definitely out. We'll see what that says. I'm getting that. I don't feel like the earthworm's being scared here, like normally they would be. But they're not. So it's showing you different examples of how the little guy who should normally be afraid, be very afraid, right, is not. The earthworm here should be very afraid, right? The scorpion's here, and they're not. It's people learning how to be in their high vibration. And then it transmutes the energies of the attacker, right? So once the victim shifts their energy, both the savior and the perpetrator, they get pulled in closer to the center. So here we have the mouse and the lizard. And I talked about the mouse the other day too. Here the mouse isn't being afraid, and the lizard's not even picking up on their energy, right? They're not seeing them in the dark. Look, he's hiding in the dark. He's like, but he's not being afraid, because he knows that if he's afraid that the lizard will pick up on his energy. So the mouse has learned to transmute that energy, and the lizard now can't find him. It's all the little guys learning to protect themselves with love. It's so cute. All right, so the dragon's the underlying energy. I'm going to read you that first because that's one of the significant cards. The dragon says, seeing one's most true self and balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we're traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep in our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni is described as the inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. And there's a picture of a match being lit. The dragon in the third chakra. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center, in the Manipura chakra, which Mani was coming up as one of the words I defined in the code line today. The Manipura translates into the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion, which also came up today, the GI tract. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both inner and outer dimensions. Okay, so it's all about the solar plexus here and digestion, right? Because that's where you get nervous as well. So when you are not nervous there anymore, then everything can flow smoothly through your stomach and your chakra system. So let's see, the turtle was the first card out. And the turtle is an ancient soul, grounded, trusting, and at home in the self. I was just getting Taurus energy. It is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements simultaneously. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life. No matter where their travels lead them, turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. So when they're in balance, they're peaceful, adventurous, and productive. And when they're not, they slow down to a halt, right? That's that Taurus energy of the Knight of Pentacles reversed. To bring back into balance, an adventure is needed here. And then the tiger with the turtle. And there's that fire energy. And I just saw a fire ant as well, which came up in the read. All right, so the tiger is the lunar force, the ease in the darkness, the feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. So when they're in balance, the tiger is passionate, strong, and sensual. And again, for me, the tiger comes up as Sagittarius, which Sagittarius and the centaur is coming up. So very much those energies here with Taurus and Sagittarius. Passionate, strong, and sensual. When out of balance, overstimulated. To bring the tiger back into balance is Trataka, which is candle gazing. So candle gazing and adventure. Okay. So I'm not going to read all the others to you, but we're going to pull a Journey of Love card, and then we'll be good. It's 1:30 on the clock, which is the Magician and the Union. And what do we have on here? 5842, which is the Four of Swords and the Two of Cups. The Four of Swords is the 5D connection, and the Two of Cups is the connection between them. The soulmate energy. All right, so from the Journey of Love, again, Sagittarius, the number 7, and Neptune came up on the dice, or the die. And then we have Beauty coming up again. This came up the other day, which I posted this card. And Beauty is all about the Four of Swords, again. The connection in the 5D and the beauty rest. And seeing the beauty within. And then we have the 38 of the Pearl Threaded. 38 is the Queen of Cups. That we're all connected by the pearl. And the pearl is what comes from the bacteria getting into the clam or the oyster which then grows, you know, a pearl, which was the clam or oyster's way of defending itself. But we wouldn't have the pearl without that bacteria having gotten in there in the first place. And then the string is connected through that pearl, which also comes up as fat, because for me, fat in the human body has always come up as it's your higher self protecting you from yourself. Because that's when you're rejecting yourself. You gain weight because the fat's literally protecting you from yourself. It's like, you know, just like an autoimmune issue. So here we then have the breaking as the third card here, which is the King of Pentacles, which all of a sudden everything clashes in the middle in the vortex there. Like it's when you crash into you coming up here, all of a sudden crashing into each other. The feminine bending over backward and the masculine energy just slamming down. And then the bottom of the deck and the heart fires after that. Okay. The heart fire, all red, which is the root chakra, but the white and gold lights coming out between, which is the solar plexus. The bottom of the deck is the void, the vortex, very calm and sure, the 40 of the Page of Cups, that innocent love, the vortex. And the woman of lights right between that, behind that in the vortex, right? Here's the woman receiving the light, and then here's the purity of that vortex in the inner child, the Page of Cups, in the womb. So let's go ahead and read Beauty again, because I guess you didn't hear it the first time. 58, because I just read it the other day. And they wouldn't bring it up again unless it was really important. So beauty is to celebrate the divine feminine, is to honor her beauty, her endless bounty and abundant creativity. Your vehicle of her beauty. This is radiance that has nothing to do with soul-destroying cultural stereotypes based on physical appearances. It is the radiance that comes from feeling beautiful within, of allowing all that you are to shine through you and be witnessed in the world. You're being asked to let the inner beauty become one with your physical self. You don't have to change the way you look to become more of the divine beauty that you are. You just need to change the way you look at yourself. Behold the divine within you. You are in the process of healing past wounds about your appearance, your body, and your sexuality, finding purity in all of yourself and becoming ready to share that with others in a deeper and more open way, without shame or self-criticism. Take your time and fall in love with what you are. Then you can become not the victim of others' own projected shame, but the love necessary for the shame of the world to heal. This oracle indicates a significant change in self-perception taking place within you, an ability to love and accept yourself more completely than you ever have before, quite simply because you have grown and there's more divinity awakened in your heart than ever before. The nature of the divine is love, and you are realizing that you don't have to change to be beautiful. Allow this development to grow swiftly and embrace your uniqueness, beloved. You are an exquisite flower in the heavenly garden. How many times I've looked in your eyes and sailed away, beyond my dreams to a sheltered thought, on a quiet beach where the sand is soft as flour. You may never know this place, and someday when I look in your eyes, or when you look in my eyes, I will tell you. Okay, guys, rise and be loved. See you soon. Bye.